Get ready to be taken away by Bliss Balm, the newest addition to your lip care regime and the only product that can let your lips escape. Bliss Balm has a suggestive name that proposes rejuvenation for one's lips and also uses the alliteration of the bilabial B to draw attention to the lips and connect the name to its purpose. It also has a suggestive logo of palm trees and bright colours to create the holiday image of an energetic yet relaxing tropical escape. The logo highlights the product's exciting tropical branding and also the product's soothing qualities, aimed at the target market audience of 16 to 25-year-olds.
The tropical feel of Bliss Balm's brand has been incorporated into the product's estimated design, complementing its name and slogan. In contrast, the storyboard starts off with scene 1 being the opposite of this, featuring a sad-looking man walking through a depressing cityscape. This use of juxtaposition, in comparison to the brighter and happier scenes, engages the reader in preparation for the lip balm's introduction and implementation. The first scene is depicted as plain and gloomy. This signifier portraying the man, the icon, along with the Pacific background and its anticipated audio, conveys somewhat of a meaning. Viewers may feel emotionally drawn in, empathetic or pitiful towards the man, as they can quickly determine that he is visibly unhappy, likely being surrounded by the same feeling throughout the grungy-looking city. In contradiction, the audience is then surprised and have their attention redirected to the main focus of the advertisement, Bliss Balm. This visibly different transition is an example of binary opposition, as the contrasting landscapes and icons in the scenes 1 and 2 display a clear difference when the following scenes are presented, specifically scene 3 and 4. The second scene displays the man's phone screen, which he just pulled out of his pocket. More notably, a text from his girlfriend saying, "It's not you, it's your lips." This factor entices the audience, as young adults are big consumers in technology and could potentially relate to the man as struggling with relationship issues, so to speak, especially via the digital scape. This paradigm was also inspired by the cliché, "it's not you, it's me" phrase, a connotation that invokes an additional meaning, as the audience wonders how the paradigm relates to lips.
The scene displayed on the third storyboard depicts a transformation caused by using Bliss Balm. A young man who can only be described as a tropical Adonis appears to the average Joe and gives him the Bliss Balm chapstick. The contrast between the man who has just appeared and the surrounding cityscape is instantly noticeable, sparking interest in audiences. The camera then zooms in to show a close-up shot of the average Joe's lips. In this scene, audiences are introduced to an attractive, appealing young man who offers the everyday Joe a product. As our product is targeting a young audience between the ages of 16 to 25, including a young, attractive male, aims to hopefully appeal to both genders. Young girls want him, and young guys want to be him, stereotypically speaking. The sudden appearance of this man brings contrast to the grunge city backdrop. This is where the juxtaposition spoken about earlier is incorporated into the advertisement, engaging and intriguing audiences who start to wonder what will happen when this man applies Bliss Balm. Focus is then shifted directly to the man's lip and the Bliss Balm product, where the logo is clearly visible. In the fourth storyboard, as the camera zooms out from the close-up of the Bliss Balm being applied to the man's lips, a tropical island backdrop is introduced. This sudden and unexpected change of setting aims to intrigue audiences even more. As the camera is zooming out, Rasta music begins to fade in. Audiences can now clearly see that the man has essentially been transported to a beautiful beach, and the Rasta music is a subtle connotation that there may be a beach party occurring, leading into the next scene. The intention of this scene is to persuade audiences, not so much in a literal sense, but that Bliss Balm can change their lives, essentially taking them to where they want to be, metaphorically speaking.
In this scene, the young man is well immersed in the light, fun atmosphere of the party. The carefully selected paradigm of young people dancing on a beach in their swimwear, each holding a stick of Bliss Balm, is a considerable contrast to the first gloomy shot of the ad. This shot, as discussed by Sternberg, textualizes the Bliss Balm brand, allowing the ad to represent more than the product itself. Here, Bliss Balm embodies a desirable experience often sought after by the target market, that is, a carefree escape from the everyday boring adult life. To heighten the desires evoked in the previous scene, this scene employs sexual connotations through a close-up focus of the young man's lips reflected in a woman's eyes. This image connotes that, by wearing Bliss Balm, the young man has become alluring to women, another stark contrast to scene 2, in which the man is dumped by his girlfriend. Reichert describes this technique as an appeal to the needs and wants of the audience. The young adult market will see that owning and using Bliss Balm will make you sexually attractive, and thus leading you to engage in more sexual activities.
This scene features the two characters in a close-up kissing scene, after the female character is seen admiring the Bliss Balm lace lips of the male character. This slide takes advantage of the myth involving tropical romance or a summer fling, to also connect the youthful target audience. The use of romantic denotations by accentuating the character's lips connects this myth to the product. Ott and Mack state that myth is a story that reaffirms ideology to an object. In this case, the ideologies and worldview of romance and adventure are attached to this product to interest the young target audience. This slide also acts as a resolution to the complication at the beginning of the advertisement that positively supports the product to a market audience. It expresses how Bliss Balm and its rehabilitative qualities have both resolved the male character's issues of rejection as well as dry lips. Subsequently, the final slide includes the product and slogan of Let Your Lips Escape in the foreground with a tropical beach setting in the background. These ideas have then been transferred into the brand design in a process described by Sternberg as connotative osmosis. This is an unconscious assimilation of brand values into the design. This eventuates in the product brand to act as a metonym for a tropical holiday experience. By using this metonym, the target audience will associate Bliss Balm with a tropical escape, as well as well-regarded values that young people typically have, namely adventure and fun. This is useful because of the young target audience's affinity with tropical holiday experiences, such as Kentucky tours, which share common values and brand design with Bliss Balm. Using these common branding values and intertextuality will also encourage interest in the target audience, as described by Thelifson and Sorensen, by creating an emotional connection to the product. The target audience will be convinced that Bliss Balm is the only lip balm that can let their lips escape.